left. Wait, no, give me one.
Yeah, take one.
I need one now.
One for later.
Can I have a sip of that?
I don't need the bag now. Save that for your equipment or something.
We are going to take a commercial break. I got a little pot that was given to
Commercial
Yoda that
bake.
Yoda actually gave to me.
A commercial bake.
And I split with James last.
Hey, we're
Split
gonna.
with James before I left. I still have a pot.
Yeah, we saw people like 8 people a day. I love your hair,
Well,
sweetheart.
I try to save my pot so that what was given to me is supposed to be shared with the community. But I smoke only when I need to smoke. If I need to smoke it, I don't try to smoke it like all
I
the
got a
time
family
just
pack
because
of
I have some.
cigarettes.
So that I can get high because I have it when nobody's around. But I say like I try to pull one of those where we can see. Like you say, hey, you got it. Like 6 to 1. I'm not gonna be like,
Yeah, man. Let's all take a half a hit of a bowl
yeah. So
and not get stoned.
I'm gonna be like, no. You know, and then within 5 minutes, I'm gonna be like give you a tap, like. See, if I start acting funny, you know I need
Like
to
the
talk
other
to you
night
in private.
when the fucking sandwiches came and the kids were like, are there any roast beef? And there was only one. I was like, there's only one. I'm going to eat it just so you kids don't fight over it. I'm not good at it. I love roast beef.
Oh wow, somehow I ended up hitting the button. We went live. Hey, we're back. Peace. Thanks for joining us. We're just kind of hanging out here. This is what it's like living on the street. Here's the mic pointed at you, so people will be heard if they walk by and mess with your mama. This is a new security protocol that we're doing guarding the homeless. So I've set up this camera that nobody can see. Well, they can kind of see it. It's got flags on top of it. It's not really hidden. But if anybody comes and fucks with mama today, we'll catch it on camera.
No one ever fucks with mama, though. Except for the police.
What we're actually hoping for is to see those moments when we have that person that walks by, the kindness of their heart, because they see you here and they just...
Humanity is wonderful.
The humanity, yes. The compassion. That was the compassion from other people that come by. I've seen people come by and stop and talk, but we never have the camera. So now we have the camera on. We'll see what happens. Let this roll for a little while. I'm going to walk away.
Yeah. Brand new, too. Brand new.
While we were away, Chris came by and dropped off a pack of cigarettes for the family. She's about 20 yards away, spanging down in front of Ziggy's Burgers. Cody's about 12 feet away from me, spanging in front of 7-Eleven. I don't really spange, and it's only because I'm not good at it. I don't know what it is. I'm good at being funny and marketing, you know, like, what do I say to people when all I ever do, like, last week when it was raining, I tried to spange really for the first time, and I just made a sign, and it was honest. It said cold, wet, and hungry. I got food, I got an umbrella, I got a blanket. It was taken care of. I even got some money. So, usually the kids who spange get so much throughout the day that they end up bringing me food and whatnot anyway. Like I said, we're communal. We live like a family. So if one kid makes money, or one person makes money, then we share it like a family. We buy cigarettes and share with each other. We buy food and share with each other. We buy soda and water and share with each other. We buy pot and share it with each other. Sharing is very important because it shows a lack of greed. And greed is what's killing us off as a species. Internal. We're killing ourselves because of greed, and that's really terrible. And I've noticed that it's so much easier for someone with nothing to give than it is for someone with something, because you already know that they're greedy and they're hoarders, whatever you want to call it. It's so much easier to let go of something when you don't have much. In the past 14 months, I've lost everything that I brought to this city, plus more. But every time I get more clothes, I get another backpack, I get another sleeping bag. You know, I get more scarves, I get more gloves, I get more shoes. I mean, right now the shoes I'm wearing are about 3 sizes too big for me, but you know what? They keep my feet covered. I just don't understand some people, their reasoning and their way of thinking. You know, it's not going to go away. Poverty and homelessness are not going to go away. They're only going to get worse. And I think a lot of it has to do with the ignoring it for so long. People aren't noticing. You know, what happened to your neighbors? You know, Francis and Ted, who used to live next door to you 2 years ago, but they lost their home due to foreclosures. Where are they at right now? Are they on the streets? Are they living with family? Are they in the projects? People seem to lose touch with people once they lose their social stature, which is just another sign that sometimes that's all people care about, is your money and your worth, your net worth, your financial, monetary worth. And that is so not what it's about. It's about your humanity, your love, your respect. That is a true indicator of what you are worth as a person. How much you are loved and respected by your fellow human beings. It's so much more rewarding than getting a paycheck with dollar signs on it. A thank you, a smile, a hug, a look that just says thank you. It's priceless. It's priceless. And that's why money is no good to me anymore. If I went back to work right now, I would be paying taxes towards a war that killed children and innocent people. I'd be paid into this machine. I'd be working for the machine. I'd be stressed out about paying my bills. Would I be able to fake it? You know, at least out here, I know that if it comes down to it, I can go into a trash can at the end of the night or during the day and grab something to eat. Or if I had to, I could go to a shelter to be warm, or I could go to a fire station and get an emergency blanket. Out there, when you're late on your rent, that's all you got. You're kicked out. You know, they give you the 3 days or quit. Eviction notices, foreclosures. It's really a stressful thing. You want to cut right now and cry and shit. It's okay, I'm always crying.
Yeah. I could hear you over there. I was like, what is she talking about?
Talking about greed and humanity.
Yeah, I know, I was watching. Definitely. But I couldn't hear you too well, and I thought, well, if I can't hear you too well, the other viewers can't hear you, and what you're saying is very important. So put the microphone a little closer to you.
Let's take our smoke break.
Smoke break, yeah. So,
Oh, it's not cold my hands are.
what we'll do is we're gonna.
I've been wearing gloves for like an hour and my hands are still like ice cubes. It's ridiculous.
Nah,
I can only imagine what it'd be like to be homeless in like Seattle or Pittsburgh or Detroit or Chicago or New York.
New York. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a native Californian, but I'm from Southern California where it's way more arid and dry and warm. You know, I'm about 90 miles north of San Diego where the year-round average is 72 degrees. I live in the desert where it reaches, 112 degrees during the summer. So this cold is really rough on me. This is only my 14th month in something like this, and I think I've adapted well, but it's definitely going to take a long time to get used to it. I don't know if I'll ever get used to the cold.
Well, we're going to New York soon. Occupy the Odyssey. We'll be there for the inauguration.
Washington, D.C. I would have stopped by Boston too, because I have a boyfriend there.
Well, we should stop by Boston just because
For the
Boston, for the historical value.
Right, in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia.
On the way home, though, thank goodness at home I have a pair of snow boots, and I think I have a coat and a bunch of scarves and stuff at home that I left.
In LA? Why do you have that kind of stuff in LA?
Because when I went down, it was summer, and I was like, let me leave all my cold winter shit here because I thought I might go back. I should have known I wasn't fucking going back home anytime soon. And I left my laptop, my Vio, my Sony Vio. I have a laptop that needs a hard drive and a charger.
So we can probably
fix it up for
figure out a
sure.
way to fix that up.
Definitely. If anyone has spare parts to a Sony Vio, let me know.
Well, you contact us at
OccupyOdyssey@gmail. Contact us at Occupy the Odyssey on Facebook. Contact us at Occupy Odyssey on YouTube. Contact us anywhere pretty much at Occupy the Odyssey. We're not accepting donations through WePay. And if you have like physical donations and not monetary through WePay, just let us know and we'll find a way to come pick it up and get it. Like I said, I have a Sony laptop, a Vio, that needs a hard drive and a power source, and then I could have, another mobile device.
Yeah.
Polar Bear recently donated a Samsung S3 to me, so I now have a smartphone which takes pictures and streams. It gets on the internet. It's communication. It's wonderful. Right now, only about 3 or 4 of us probably have a phone between the 20 of us who want to go on this journey. Gasoline, card donations, food, blanket, anything, gift certificates to Safeway and what other stores. We're going to need a lot to do this, to get this done, and it's going to take help from lots of people, not just the people going. So check us out at Occupy the Odyssey on Facebook. Like us, please. Share us. Check us out at occupyodyssey.weebly.com. Check us out at Occupy Odyssey on Facebook, or Occupy Odyssey on YouTube, and you can Twitter at Occupy Odyssey. It's really appreciated. Don't forget to like and share.
Awesome. And there's a show coming up tonight with Thunderground Collective.
Yes.
At the Blue Macaw. Yeah, at the Blue Macaw in the Mission District. It's I'm not sure exactly the address, but if you look up the Blue Macaw online, or if you go to independentcitizenmedia.weebly.com and look in the extra tab, that's the blog tab, you'll see a brief clip of Kevin's, one of his new songs that he's been working on. Him and Jack have a great sound, and Thunderground Collective live music tonight at the Blue Macaw. Be there, 7 p.m.
I think it's Mission and 17th.
Mission,
or Mission and 19th.
It's around 19th, I believe.
Okay.
But it's not on Mission. It's between Mission and Valencia, I believe.
Well, we'll find it.
Might even be on Cap Street. I'm not sure.
I don't think it is.
I'll look it up right now.
Okay, we'll look it up and
let's
return
do that.
with that info for you guys.
Return. I'm not going anywhere.
We're not even going anywhere. I'll just keep
We'll
smoking
just
my
stay
pot.
here. So, open up a new tab.
My hands are frozen.
We're smoking in solidarity to Colorado.
Yes, and Washington State.
Yes, in Washington State.
The feds are trying to crack down on state laws that were just passed this past election that legalize the recreational use of marijuana in the states of Colorado and Washington. 2 days ago, I believe it is, was the official start date of the legalization. I know that a couple thousand people met up in Seattle and smoked at the Space Needle. And today in the newspaper, I'm seeing articles that saying that the feds are trying to crack down on these state laws. You know what? The feds need to stay the fuck out of the state business. Isn't that why we have separate shit? Federal, executive, all that shit.
This shows the Blue Macaw at 2565 Mission Street, San Francisco, between 21st and 22nd Street.
Ooh, we were off.
That's on Yelp. That's what Yelp says. Let's see if there's anybody else. Blue Macaw Here on Facebook, you can look them up on Facebook. What does that say? Oh, they have an event. Occupy San Francisco. What do we got? What do we got? No, that didn't. It didn't take me where I wanted to go. Yeah, here's another one. 2565 Mission Street. 2565 Mission Street, the Blue Macaw, tonight. And tonight only.
Lash and Thunderground Collective tonight live at the Blue Macaw. Be there or be square.
I was trying to do the, what was it, the Blues Brothers, you know the way they do when they're doing their chant. Have you seen that movie? They're driving around in their vehicle and they're going, tonight only, the Blues Brothers.
Sunday.
But it's tonight only.
Tonight only.
Thunderground Collective at the Blue Macaw. No cover charge. Be there. If donations are welcome though. They're putting together a bus
so that they can go on the Odyssey with
yeah,
us.
they're going on the Odyssey with us. They're putting together a bus. They need some funding, obviously, for gas or diesel
Mechanical.
and mechanical. You know, we're pretty much counting on being able to work out either the food stamps or getting food from.
Basically, we have this much money to go on this trip. Basically, we need that much money to go on the trip. So
Whatever-
we're
whatever
winging
helps.
it.
Yeah.
We're winging it. We might have to gas jug it the whole way, whatever.
And
Like 20 people gas jugging everywhere
we
you go.
do have somebody that's we've elected to have a bank account that the money is going to their bank account, so we feel safe that person.
We
they
consented upon that.
We
person
consented
as a
upon it.
group.
They have a job. That person is Kelly Johnson, photographer, author, photojournalist, activist, and more or less the brainchild for this idea. And we've all agreed to go on this journey with her to document it and make it available to the general public to use and put into practice.
Yes. Indeed.
So check out the website, occupytheodyssey.weebly.com. And if you can be at the show tonight, that'd be great. And if you can't, the video of the show will be posted on both YouTube stations, Occupy the Odyssey and OccupySFTV. So,
Thank you very much, Tim.
enough of the commercial announcements. Is it my hand?
Lullaby was by yesterday, and she did a remake, a cover of Kevin's song on the ukulele. It was great.
Why is that beeping? Looking good. Viewers, okay. Status board, battery check. All right. Probably scrape that around, get this stuff off the side, and smoke some more pot there if you want.
Hearing cold air.
So, what else do we have in the news? Let's check out Facebook and see what some of our friends
Colleagues are doing.
have to say.
Our comrades.
Some of the people that I like to follow on Facebook are like Robert Reich. If you haven't seen him or followed him, he's a professor over at UC Berkeley, professor here in the Bay Area, and very active in the movement and pay attention to what's going on. Very active in the political arena. Saying
I like to
what's
follow
on his
Justin
mind.
Bieber and Willow
No.
Smith and the Brangelina.
And in memory of John Lennon, today is the day that he was murdered in 1980. So a moment of silence for John.
Looking for a job. Yeah. Like, oh, you're 70, retire, enjoy it. No, she was looking for society.
Today is also Jim Morrison's birthday.
Yes.
And
Jim Morrison.
it is also, yesterday was Pearl Harbor Day, right?
Yesterday was Pearl Harbor Day, and yesterday was also the anniversary of the raid
On Justin Herman
Occupy
Plaza.
SF down in Justin Herman Plaza. Just hop, skip, and a jump around the corner.
My first Occupy arrest was a year ago today, when the San Francisco Pig Department came in and tore down our home and our beautiful community that we had built. I was the first one released from jail, and I was the first one back, and by the time I was back, they had every tent torn down, and they were shoving everything into crusher trucks, destroying everything we own, just like they've continued to do for the past over a year now. It just shows me that they're afraid, and they know that we have power. We just need to assert it and use it. We need to show them who the people are and where the power lies. The power is within all of us.
Right.
We are the people. We made this country what it is.
We made this world what it is.
We need to change what has happened. It is our right, it is our responsibility and our duty to keep this system in check, which we haven't done for a long time. It needs to be crushed, it needs to be eliminated, and it needs to be built from the ground up completely differently. That's
absolutely. I agree. I think there's many people out there that do agree. Real brief, I'm going to touch on another person to follow, or another web page to follow. I started following this person recently, Revolution News. Can't remember what her name is. She's out of New York, I believe. Very good. She's on top of it. She's really following what's going on and just being another news source to for people to pay attention to, so that they can see what's going on. Just another no filter. She's just grabbing the stuff and resending it. So she's
perfect.
One of those
that's
people that's
sometimes the best way of doing it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do with a lot of my information. I grab it and resend it, because the only way other people are going to know, word of mouth used to be the way it was done, and now we have Facebook and Twitter.
Knowledge
and
is
word of
useless
mouth.
if you do not utilize it or share it. Without sharing it or using it or improving upon it, then it's pointless to know something. If you know something and you hoard that knowledge, or you don't use it, or you don't improve upon it so that it's better, what's the point of even knowing something? You might as well have been blind. You might as well have been like one of these zombies walking down the street, purchasing their frilly little Christmas paper to wrap their cheap plastic presents in that are destroying our fucking planet. Not only the plastic, not only the fucking greed, but the corporations that they fucking work for and purchase these presents for. It's like, that lady could have cared less that we were sitting here hungry and cold. All she's worried about is getting home and wrapping up those shiny presents.
The lady that just walked by.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the look on her face.
Yeah, I was talking about you, lady. Sorry, it's the truth. See, I try not to slander. I try not to lie. I try not to misform or miseducate. That's what pisses people off about me, is that I speak the truth. You know that you're a part of it and that you're wrong. And you know what? When you feel like you're wrong, then you should fucking make it right. You should have enough inside of your heart and your soul to say that I am fucking people over and I should change it, because fucking people over isn't right.
Well, how about even if you're not fucking people over and you're just doing your thing, but you're doing better than somebody else, that you're willing to step outside the norm and say, I've got more than so many people. I've got so much more. Let me help you.
There are people like that, and
there
it's
are,
beautiful.
definitely.
I made a new friend recently. We run into them every day. I met a new friend recently who is a corporate executive, and he's already got me a hotel room. He bought my medicine. He's going to donate a tent to us. These people aren't our enemies. They're our brothers and sisters. They just need to be enlightened.
Absolutely. On a quick note, there's I noticed that my friend Chance Martin and OccupySF has retweeted or reshared this Nobel Peace Prize Bradley Manning tops reader poll. Yeah.
Bradley Manning for president 2020. I'm running for president in 2016, though. Anonymama for president 2016.
And another person you can also follow is Bella Iko. She's getting close to giving birth, and Bella, good luck, and I hope everything works out. And by the way, she does have a link. She needs donations. She's trying to do a natural home birth. If you can make a donation to Bella,
where does she live?
You can. She's over in Oakland. if you can, and she was a hardcore streamer, always out there in Oakland streaming. She's gonna have an Occu baby here shortly, so congratulations,
Kat
Bella.
and Julia just had their baby 2 nights ago at 3:30 a.m. We have a new Occu baby. Her name is Ariel Jade. I've heard that she's beautiful. I haven't been feeling well, so I don't want to go see her. I don't want to get a baby or a new mommy sick. They don't need that. But blessings to you, Julia, and Nick. Thank you so much. And between Bella and Amber, I guess it's up like a coin toss. Who's gonna pop first?
Bella and Amber, yeah.
Amber will be having a lovely, beautiful young girl. Her name will be Artemis.
And if you can't make a donation, go on there and find, retweet it. That she needs some help getting that done. You know, we're all struggling here, but anything helps. So, peace and solidarity to Bella.
Amber's baby daughter will be named Artemis Iris Violetta.
Wow.
Right? So we have Artie and Ari. I'm going to call them both Sarah, though, like an old lady can't remember the kid's name. Come here, Sarah. Come here, Sarah. Talk to your granny. My name's not Sarah, Granny. Oh, it doesn't matter. You look like Sarah did when she was your age. Come get some candy from Granny. Rub my feet. Did you ever have to rub Big Gay on your granny? I did.
No, I would just massage her, give her back rubs, and take care of her because she liked that. She said that I should go and be a masseuse. And another quick note: citizens here in San Francisco say no tasers.
Yeah, they
the
keep.
Board of Safety Committee, and
is that for the psych patients and mental health?
I believe Carol Harvey filmed that. You can find more online at Citizens Say No Tasers at the San Francisco Board Public Safety Committee, Thursday, December 6th, 2012. That's the long title. I'm sure you can find it if you just look for it. Actually, let me see. You can give them the link too. I think it's Carol's YouTube. Carol Harvey, another person you could follow for the political.
Another wonderful journalist.
Journalism, yep. Citizen journalist.
Hey, Chris.
And that is on, yes.
We've been on camera like this whole time.
Look for Carol Harvey on YouTube, and you'll find her work as well.
Hey, Chris, I know you're full of.
Sign S's in the park over there. You guys should go pick some.
And then, of
There's
course,
Sign S's mushrooms.
there's also
Are
Peter
there right
Mancini,
now?
who
All right.
is Maya Media.
You are a treasure
And
trove of knowledge and facts. Is there
who
anything
else?
you would like to share, like websites people can go to and find out information they should really know and aren't aware of?
I don't know the ones that you've already.
None.
Yeah.
Nothing like you do. We've just been telling them to go to like Occupy the Odyssey and stuff. But if you have any interesting stuff for people to look at on the internet, give us the info. And people need to be aware of what's going on. You know.
Make
It's good to share the info. That's what we're doing. Got a little extra battery
Spread
power
the
today.
word.
I'll burn it up. You know.
So someone just
let
came by
people
and
know I'm
told us
still
that
here.
there's mushrooms growing in the park. Let me take out my trusty survival book and check and see what I have to look for. See if they're gonna kill us or make us fry balls. That one boob was way
Supreme
bigger
Court
than
takes gay marriage case, but don't hold your breath for an epic ruling. Okay. It's what's funny is there's that Occupy San Francisco and there's another one. There's like just two Occupy San Franciscos that I'm following, and I don't understand it. Why? Wait, there's that one. There's one that's got like a white heading instead of an orange one. So anyway, somebody asked me, is there any way to get the archive back from last year's Occupy SF? I said, no, I don't think so, because it transferred ownership from one owner to another owner, and when the one owner had the ownership they have, the ownership of the old website, and then the new website was created on a separate platform, so one is separate from the other. You can't get the other one back unless you talk to the other person and they archive that. That's the only way you can get that back. Otherwise, it's all lost. Everything, the entire history of Occupy San Francisco that was on the website, unless that was archived and saved, it's all gone. Except for what I saved, and I have gigabytes of it. As a matter of fact, if you want to see a really cool archive, you could go to livestream.com and look up Occupy Liberty. That's my old archive from October through December during Occupy San Francisco.
Oh, my body's starting to ache from the cold. time is it? It's 2:30. Yep, it's gonna start being colder.
Well, Jota should be here soon. We can get ready to head out. We're gonna go up to that show tonight. I'm really excited to film that and get the camera set up before the show gets going. So I'd like to get there earlier than later. You know, I don't like crowding people. So let's see what else we have. Revolution News. Palestine still going off. People marching in the streets. Jenny Baker. That's who it is. Revolution News. She's on top of it. Follow her on Facebook. And of course, everybody knows Tim Pool. I want to make a quick shout out though to my friend Punk Boy. Follow him. He's on top of it for sure. Good man. George Carlin.
My mom calls me an incarnate of George Carlin.
So here, listen. The real owners are the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. And now they're coming for your Social Security. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street.
Right?
Good old George, man. I miss him.
Right? I love that guy.
Oh,
I so would have sucked him off. He would have liked it. Like this banana right here. I just would like licked it first like this.
and now a quick comedy show from the Anonymous.
Where's that mic? Is it picking up on my gagging? Where's James when you need a deep throat?
Cheers, bub.
Just kidding.
Deep dive.
Dip up. Grab.
That lady who walked by had a nice booty.
I like big butts. I like them round.
Anonymous
How's-
is Facebook.
And see, I don't know that
Add
song.
Anonymous Facebook. Add
Yeah, put
Anonymous too.
Anonymous on your Facebook.
Yep.
It is good. It has lots of, yeah, you know.
I have
what it
them. I have all kinds of Anonymous.
is. It's just
Whoa.
like, you'll
Ooh.
see.
Here, an hour ago, Revolution News. Iraq blocks Syria's request to fetch combat helicopters from Russia. Iraq has shut its airspace to 4 Syrian flights scheduled to pick up attack helicopters that have been repaired in Russia. The spokesman, I can't read the rest of it because it stops. So, and that came from ukprogressive.co.uk.
James, you got a pokey? This thing burnt my finger, James. Made me angry.
No, just smoke it in the
Yeah,
side.
oh, smoke from the side. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
want to burn my finger.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta move your finger.
Look at this real quick.
Where you going?
Skate.
You can go skate?
Yeah, I got you.
Right on.
Can you do some quick research for me, or are you busy?
I can do some research for you. What do you want me to look up?
I want to look up, like, an explanation or
Come on over here by me.
okay.
We got room. You want to sit on some cardboard?
An explanation or analysis of the Bill of Rights.
You want to?
Oh, guys, I'll be back.
So people can be educated on it.
Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
So she's saying that that's a good thing for people to look at. To be aware of their rights.
The
Well-
Human Bill of Rights too, or humanity.
Civil rights.
Yeah. Oh, from the Geneva Convention of the United Nations, or human rights.
Yeah, just the new text that the ones where it's
I had one. I gave it to
So our wonderful
Scott,
little
and he
mind
lost
right
it.
here,
Well, I have
Chris, thinks that
I
everyone,
can find that
and
website.
it's true, should be aware of your human rights. And the Bill of Rights here in America, our constitutional rights. Educate yourself and know what you're allowed out of this life in this country. My rights have been stomped on while I've been occupying, and fortunately I'm already aware that I have these rights, but the fact that they're being disregarded and really disgusts me. So we're working on getting a few websites up where people can educate themselves. Just give us a few moments.
So she's gonna real quick learn how to use a droid. You don't use a droid too often, do you?
Only the few times it's been in my hands of your own, but
Yeah. So
adapt to it.
what'd you call her?
Chris is a millennial. The dates are really sketchy and not clear, but basically they say kids born from like the 80s or 84 till, I don't know, 90 something, whatever it is, or current, are these advanced humans who possess a greater technical skill and knowledge because of their parents and siblings who came on the forefront basically of the technological revolution and already had a minor grasp of these tools and instruments that we could use, and basically it's like second nature to these kids to use this technology. It's like embedded in them. They know, it's just automatic. They know how to operate these tools. They know how to, upload information. They know how to get information. It's self-education, and I think it's beautiful.
Right. Let's get back. So here, I'll read it off to you. You sure this is a good one?
universal declaration. That's what some people say, like what people ought to have. Like they can think about it.
This is the United Nations website.
I'm not sure.
Is that what you pulled up? Let me go back one. Hold on. Let me see.
That's a Wikipedia.
Oh, from the Wikipedia? Oh, see, Wikipedia, Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Yeah.
And then you went down to, which we'll just read this off real quick, which was created in 1948, ratified December 10th, 1948. Location was Palace de Chelo in Paris. The rights are theoretical distinctions,
No, those aren't the right.
human rights divisions, rights claimants. What do you mean they're not the rights? Those
aren't the
are
rights. Those are just-
right. Those aren't the rights,
Yeah.
right. But
Just information.
where did you find that?
External links.
External links?
Yeah. Or wait.
it was down
yeah,
here?
External links.
Down lower.
I went to text of the.
Text of, okay. See, she found it pretty quick there. All right, and then we have, and this is the United Nations website. Preamble. Whereas recognition of
You want
the
me to read
inherent
that?
dignity and, you want to read this?
I'll do it. I'm pretty
Okay.
good at reading stuff.
Yeah, and we'll give you the website here in a minute. There you go.
So
that
it got a
should
whole
be-
preamble and everything, how
Yeah.
technical.
Remember, you gotta touch it every few seconds.
Whereas recognition of the inherent dignity and of the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world. Whereas disregard and contempt for human rights have resulted in barbarous acts which have outraged the consciousness of mankind, and the advent of a world in which human beings shall enjoy freedom of speech and belief and freedom from fear and want has been proclaimed as the highest aspiration of the common people. Whereas it is essential, if man is not to be compelled to have recourse as a last resort to rebellion against tyranny and oppression, that human rights should be protected by the rule of law. Whereas it is essential to promote the development of friendly relations between nations. Whereas the peoples of the United Nations have in the Charter reaffirmed their faith in fundamental human rights, in the dignity and worth of the human person, and in the equal rights of men and women, and have determined to promote social progress and better standards of life in larger freedom. Whereas member states have pledged themselves to achieve in cooperation with the United Nations the promotion of universal respect for and observance of human rights and fundamental freedoms. Whereas a common understanding of these rights and freedoms is of the greatest importance for the full realization of this pledge. Therefore, the General Assembly proclaims the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a common standard of achievement for all peoples and all nations, to the end that every individual and every organ of society, keeping this declaration constantly in mind, shall strive by teaching and education to promote respect for these rights and freedoms, and by progressive measure, national and international, to secure their universal and effective recognition and observance, both among the people of the member states themselves and among the peoples of the territories under their jurisdiction. Wow, that's just the preamble.
Yeah.
Article 1. All human beings are born free and equal in the dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit brotherhood. Article 2. Everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration, without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Furthermore, no distinction shall be made on the basis of the political, jurisdictional, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non-self-governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty. Article 3. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person. Article 4. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms.
All their forms. Wage
slavery.
That would include Federal Reserve or credit type slavery.
Article 5. No one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. Article 6. Everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. Article 7. All are equal before the law and are entitled without any discrimination to equal protection of the law. All are entitled to equal protection against any discrimination in violation of this declaration and against any incitement to such discrimination. Article 8. Everyone has the right to an effective remedy by the competent national... What was I on 8? Everyone has the right to an effective remedy by the competent national tribunals for acts violating the fundamental rights granted by him, by the Constitution, or by law. Article 9. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. Everyone is entitled in full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal in the determination of his rights and obligations of any criminal charge against him. We don't even get that in America anymore. Everyone charged with a penal offense has the right to be presumed innocent until proved guilty according to the law in a public trial, at which he has all the guarantees necessary for his defense. No one shall be held guilty of any penal offense on account or act of which omission which did not constitute a penal offense under national or international law at the time when it was committed, nor shall a heavier penalty be imposed than one that was applicable at the time of the penal offense was committed. That's kind of like the double jeopardy. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary... This is Article 12, sorry. That was Article 11, 1 and 2. There's two sections, sorry. Now I'm on Article 12. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary interference with his privacy, family, home, or correspondence, nor to attacks upon his honor and reputation. Everyone has the right to the protection of law against such interference or attacks. Yeah, like the, what do we call that? The, passed after September 11th, where they,
Terrorist? What indefinite, what are you saying?
the one where they get to check your phone records and shit.
Oh, the Patriot Acts?
Yeah. Article 13. Everyone has the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state. Everyone has the right to leave any country, including his own, and return to his country.
Right.
Article 14, Section 1. Everyone has the right to seek and enjoy in other countries asylum from persecution. Number 2. The right may not be invoked in the case of prosecution genuinely arising from non-political crimes or from acts contrary to the purpose and principles of the United Nations. Article 15, Section 1. Everyone has the right to a nationality. Article 15, Section 2. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his nationality nor denied the right to change his nationality. Article 16, Section 1. Men and women of full age without any limitation due to race, nationality, or religion have the right to marry and to found a family. They are equally entitled to the equal rights as to marriage during marriage and its dissolution. Section 2, marriage shall be entered into only with the free and full consent of intending spouses. Number 3, the family is the natural fundamental group unit of society and is entitled to protection by the society and the state. Man, woman, child. Article 17, Section 1, everyone has the right to own property alone as well as in association with others. Article 17, Section 2, no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his property. Happens to me all the time. Article 18, everyone has the right to freedom of thought, consciousness, and religion. This right includes freedom to change his religion or belief, and freedom either alone or in community with others and in public or private to manifest his religion or belief in teaching, practice, worship, and observance. Article 19, everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. Jesus, hallelujah.
I love it.
Article 20, everyone has the right to freedom of peaceful assembly and association. Section 2, no one may be compelled to belong to an association. Article 21, Section 1, everyone has the right to take part in the government of his country directly or through freely chosen representatives. Section 2, everyone has the right of equal access to public service in his country. 3, the will of the people shall be the basis of the authority of government. This will shall be expressed in periodic and genuine elections, which shall be universal and equal suffrage, and shall be held by secret vote or equivalent free voting procedures.
You know, Mama, can I interrupt you for just a second?
Yeah.
Something that I find really strange is when they say that like ignorance of the law is no excuse. Well, okay, like if you're say speeding or something, I didn't know it was 70 miles an hour and you're doing 90. You know, I mean that's kind of right. But well, hold on just 1 second though. What I was gonna say was that like the laws that we have are made they're constraining on the people and not. You know, when we have like the deregulation that happened back in the 80s with Reagan, he let the people with money
Decide.
be able to do what they want to do with and do that to the public, and it just totally made it so. And then we have all these laws that constrict us as a people. The no sit lie law. We're breaking the law right now,
Yes,
aren't we?
we are.
So here in San Francisco, we're not supposed to be sitting on the ground during the day.
Not from
Or
7
lying
a.m. to
down.
11 p.m.
Right, but at night we can do it.
We
And
don't
then-
stand for sitting line though.
And then, yeah, and then over at the Federal Reserve, what was the other one? 647E is at the
Illegal lodging.
Illegal lodging. So, and this has been construed as illegal lodging.
Structure.
Illegal lodging is a structure. So, I mean,
my
come
body
on,
is a
people,
structure.
Let's wake up and with reality here. Reality. Hello, police officers.
Do you see what's going on around you?
When you're taking somebody's only sleeping bag, you know, and arresting them, you've broken so many international laws. You know, the tribunals on you, those are going to be pretty heavy and hard. You might want to think about spending the rest of your life in prison for
What
doing
you
the
did
wrong
to me,
thing.
what you did to him, what you did to her.
Yeah, you know, these people
You think
that
it's
live here on
funny
the
now.
streets, you go home to a wife and kid, or maybe you beat your wife and keep your kid out the house, but whatever. You know, maybe you're nice to them and you've got a warm bed to sleep in and a refrigerator to go grab a brew from. You know what I mean? These are friends of mine, you know, and I myself have ended up here on the streets because of the way the system has been designed to fail. And
Yes,
that's
it's
why
a
we're
setup
here
for
now.
failure.
And this is all I have. And the only way that I
I'll go into that later.
communicate with you that those of you that are watching, you're doing the right thing, sharing the word, and at least trying to educate yourselves and find out what's going on. And those out there that are doing the wrong thing, maybe they'll get a glimpse of this and find out that what they're doing is wrong and they need to change their habits.
All right.
You know.
I'm on number 22. It goes
Back
up to
to-
30. So
my rant is over.
I'll finish that conversation. I have something to interject in there, but I'll go off on
Yeah.
tangent. So,
I get off
Article
my tangent.
22. Everyone as a member of society has the right to social security and is entitled to realization through national effort and international cooperation and in accordance with the organization and resources of each state of the economic, social, and cultural rights indispensable for his dignity and the free development of his personality. Article 23, Section 1. Everyone has the right to work, to free choice of employment, to just and favorable conditions of work, and to protection against unemployment. Section 2. Everyone without any discrimination has the right to equal pay for equal work. 3. Everyone who works has the right to just and favorable remuneration, ensuring for himself and his family an existence worthy of human dignity and supplemented, if necessary, by other means of social protection. In other words, wage supplements. 4. Everyone has the right to form and to join trade unions for the protection of his interests. Article 24. Everyone has the right to rest and leisure, including reasonable limitation of working hours and periodic holidays with pay.
And
I can't even sleep.
And I get yelled at by people in my family for saying that they don't give us breaks at work.
Right?
You know, I'm working, scrubbing the dishes, standing all day long, bent over, doing this. You know, I think after a couple hours, maybe I might need to take a break. No, you don't get a break.
Article 25, Section 1. Everyone has the right to a standard of living adequate for the health and well-being of himself and of his family, including food, clothing, housing, and medical care, necessary social services, and the right to security in the event of unemployment, sickness, disability, widowhood, old age, or other lack of livelihood in circumstances beyond his control. Article 25, Section 2. Motherhood and childhood are entitled to special care and assistance. All children, whether born in or out of wedlock, shall enjoy the same social protection. Article 26, Section 1. Everyone has the right to education. Education shall be free, at least in the elementary and fundamental stages. Elementary education shall be compulsory. Technical and professional education shall be made generally available, and higher education shall be equally accessible to all on the basis of merit. 2. Education shall be directed to the full development of the human personality and to the strengthening of respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. It shall promote understanding, tolerance, and friendship among all nations, racial or religious groups, and shall further activities of the United Nations for the maintenance of peace. Section 3. Parents have a prior right to choose the kind of education that shall be given to their children. Article 27, Section 1. Everyone has the right freely to participate in the cultural life of the community, to enjoy the arts, and to share in scientific advancement and its benefits. Section 2. Everyone has the right to the protection of the moral and material interests resulting from any scientific, literary, or artistic production of which he is the author. Article 28. Everyone is entitled to a social and international order in which rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration can be fully realized. Article 29, Section 1. Everyone has duties to the community in which alone the free and full development of his personality is possible. Section 2. In the exercise of his rights and freedoms, everyone shall be subject only to such limitations as are determined by law solely for the purpose of securing due to recognition and respect for the rights and freedom of others and of meeting the just requirements of morality, public order, and the general welfare in a democratic society. Article 29, Section 3. These rights and freedoms may in no case be exercised contrary to the purposes and principles of the United Nations. And finally, Article 30. Nothing in this declaration may be interpreted as implying for any state, group, or person any right to engage in any activity or to perform any act aimed at the destruction of any of the rights and freedoms set forth herein. Thank you, Chris. So everyone check that out. That is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And it's very beautiful. It's the way we should all live.
You could do like picture so you can play a YouTube.
Right?
Or
Well,
maybe
I
just
could do
play
picture in
YouTube.
picture if I was monitoring the site using multiple tools. I could probably do something like that. If Ustream gave me a
The
better,
ways to your
if they gave me
manifesto.
some
I have a key
better
for you. I have to find it.
premium,
It's a piece of wood,
but
it's so
it won't
cool.
do that. So,
Okay.
what
It
else
has like
did
a
you want to
peace
look
sign,
up?
I think,
The
and stars painted on it. It's broken, but it's nice.
Universal Human Declaration of
see
Human
it.
Rights.
You want
The
cigarettes,
Bill of
Jimmy?
Rights. The Bill of Rights and Declaration of Independence.
Roosevelt's
Roosevelt's. Roosevelt's Bill of Rights.
second Bill of Rights. It was never enacted.
All right.
And is-
Well, here, make yourself comfortable.
Or
Look
is
it
that
up.
not what you're really looking for? What are you looking for? Current events?
That's what you were looking for.
I mean, is what you want more current events?
We're just kind of bouncing around, just
Whatever
doing a
that
show.
little treasure trove of knowledge inside your
Oh,
brain
and the
has.
camera went off again. Why does that keep going off? Let me check real quick. You know what, folks? We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for listening to me babble.